She laughed in my face, mocking me with a cold, biting tone. "Thanks to your mobile, I really enjoyed spending your $400,000, she said like it was a punchline, as if the whole thing were a joke. It didn't rattle me. My jaw didn't clench. My pulse didn't spike. I just smiled, slow, calm, and satisfied in a way she hadn't seen in years. What she didn't know, couldn't have known, was that the account she emptied wasn't mine. It looked like mine. Same bank name, same login design, same transaction history, but it belonged to someone else entirely. A burner identity built years ago for a different kind of storm. She didn't steal from me, she stole from him. And he was the kind of man who doesn't file police reports. He buries problems. Her name was Leela. We met when we were broke. Ramen on Mondays, dreams on Sundays. She used to trace my palm, telling me I had a lifeline too long to waste. Back then, I believed her. I thought we were fighting for something together. I built a cybersecurity firm from my apartment, and when it took off, I brought her with me, married her, added her to the accounts, the insurance, the house. Gave her half of everything. Maybe that was my first mistake. Thinking love meant access, thinking vows meant loyalty. She used to hum when she cooked. That stopped 6 months ago. So did her sleep schedule. She'd stay up late, whispering in the hallway. I wasn't paranoid, not yet. But I noticed the wine bottles started stacking up. Her phone started locking. My gut tightened, but quietly. Then one night, around 2:13 a.m., I watched her install something on my phone. I didn't say a word. I just watched, half awake, steady breathing, heartbeat calm. She thought I was asleep. The app was a banking overlay, harmless, a piggy bank disguised as a budget planner, but it was spyware designed to skim logins and sync transactions. She timed the install just after an OS update, knowing I'd dismissed the permissions as routine. Clever. Almost impressive. I let her think she got away with it. 2 weeks later, $400,000 vanished from my account. She was gone too. A photo posted 2 days later showed her on a yacht, tan lines, sunglasses, clinking glasses with a man whose face she didn't tag. The caption, "New beginnings. Cheers to freedom." I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I watched. I read every word of that post like it was a confession, then traced the GPS metadata she didn't bother to scrub. Dominican Republic. Private dock. Rented under an alias. She thought she was clever, but I'd been watching the game longer than she had been playing it. The account she drained was one of 3 I kept under ghost identities, digital shells I built during my early hacking days. Untraceable. Off-grid. Tied to names that only existed in server shadows. One of those names belonged to a man named Victor Ruiz, a cartel middleman who died in 2017, but his accounts remained active. When I saw her access it, I let it happen. Step 1. I cloned her phone from a distance, pulling texts, voice notes, photos, especially with her boyfriend. His name was Alex, former club promoter turned amateur crypto investor. Sloppy with encryption. Easier to track than a city bus route. Step 2. I set breadcrumbs, crypto wallets filled with fake tokens and high-yield investments. They couldn't resist. Greed doesn't ask questions. They moved the money, all of it, into a private wallet. I could access it through a single seed phrase, one I fed Alex through a decoy app labeled WowTrack. He copied it without hesitation. I watched him paste it, a subtle smile tugging at the corners of my mouth as he unknowingly handed me the final key. Step 3. I waited. 2 weeks passed and then they were back in town. She waltzed in like she owned the place, her laughter a sharp, triumphant sound as she boasted about the score. That's what she called it, the score star. I served her wine, nodded, let her gloat, all the while keeping my silence. That night, I sent an anonymous message to an old contact in Bogota, someone who still believed Victor Ruiz was alive and angry. The message was simple. They took Victor's money. He wants it back. I attached account routing information, logs, IP addresses, photos, enough to paint the picture but not enough to reveal my hand. Within days Alex was gone. Not dead, just missing. His last ping was at an airport terminal. She panicked, filed a missing persons report, posted a desperate story asking for prayers. Meanwhile, I moved the money, my money, into a clean trust. New identity, new country. Everything was in motion. She came home one evening to find the house empty. The furniture was gone, the utilities cut, the locks changed. And there I was, sitting at the dining table, waiting. In front of me was a single document, divorce papers. She tried to scream but I just slid the pen across the table. "You should sign," I told her coolly, "before someone else finds you. You stole from a ghost and ghosts don't forgive." Her face drained of color. She whispered, "You set me up." I leaned in, my voice low. No. I watched you set yourself up. I just held the mirror. She signed the papers, her hands trembling. There were no more smirks, no more yacht captions, just silence. The kind that follows a detonation when everything you thought was safe crumbles into nothing. I left the house that night without a second glance. The air felt different, cleaner, colder, more honest. People often believe betrayal breaks you, but it doesn't. It chisels you. It sharpens your edges, revealing who you really are when there's nothing left to lose. She thought she played me. But betrayal is an art, and revenge, when done right, is a masterpiece.